Good morning. Okay, so comedy upon comedy, right? I was just off camera doing some adjustments on the camera. I was moving the wrong camera. I was like, this thing's changing. And you go up and you move it and you go, nothing's changing. Oh no, it's all going to be messed up. Cataclysmic thinking. I can go right down that path. So good morning. Apparently, I need a deep breath this morning. So good morning. Let's all get situated and get ready for our practice. And feel free to, sound off. Let me know that you're here. If there's any needs that you have for your practice this morning, let me know. Also, if anybody's here who was here yesterday, how you feeling? We worked some things yesterday. We explored some different edges in regards to power. So even if you ended up working out a whole bunch of your laughing muscles, it'd be great to kind of connect and know how that is. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and we're here for our home yoga practice live this morning, Thursday, June 18. Just a little public service announcement. If you would like to join us and you're in the Lansing area, tonight, 7 o'clock, we're going to be doing an outdoor yoga class up at the Turner Dodge House. That's off of Grand River, here in North Lansing in the city of Lansing, Michigan. So come on by. Anybody who has a little bit of extra time, if you can show up around 6 to help me set up some things. I want to mark off some areas in the lawn for where we can place mats, pull mats and stuff out of my car, set up speakers, all kinds of stuff. I got some spray chalk so that we can chalk along the river trail path to kind of say yoga that way. So yeah, pop on by if you like. Bring your kids. Don't bring the dog. Karma's going to be there, and Karma's kind of all about. I like to say, well, Karma is actually a bitch, and that's my dog. So sometimes she doesn't like to share space with other dogs. All right. Good morning. Ready for our home yoga practice today. I hope that everyone is finding ways of integrating and formulating their own personal yoga practice, because that's what this is about. This week, we've been exploring 9 obstacles to our practice, looking at whether or not we're dealing with illness and or malady or injury, and how we navigate around that. Maybe it's long-term, maybe it's short-term, but that's an obstacle to practice. And do we let that stop us from practicing? Haste, doubt, quitting, thinking we know it all already. So many ways that we put obstacles in front of us. And so we've been kind of using that as the framework to step into our practice this week. Today is beyond basics. So finding new edges, new things to explore inside of postures or breath practices that we already know. All right. So I'd like to start this morning with a pranayama practice myself, and that'll be an Anulom Viloma or Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath. Feeling both sides of the nasal passageways and just feeling and noticing the sensations, what it does to our mental state, what it does to our physical state. So find a comfortable way of sitting. You could be sitting in a chair, sitting on a pillow, whatever works for you. Start by honoring what your body needs. And maybe tomorrow I'll see if I can bring my whole outfit, lighting and everything out into the backyard, because I want to just soak up as much of that beautiful morning outdoor air and space as I can. So invite yourselves to arrive. Invite that awareness of our sensory perception. Notice the breath at the entrance of the nostrils. Feel the simultaneous draw of breath through both nasal passageways. And perhaps explore. Could I draw the breath through one nasal passageway only? Feel your mental energy try to exert that on the physical body. Is it that it is impossible or that it is unfamiliar? So I'll invite us to bring the right thumb to close the right nostril and get a little closer to the screen. Breathe up the left nostril. Close the left nostril with the last two fingers and breathe down the right nostril. Breathe up the right. Close, breathe down the left. Breathe up the left. Close, breathe down the right. So you've got this pattern now. Breathing back up the right and breathing down the left. Continue in a pace with a calm, easy breath. Savor this. Notice your physical body. Notice your mental body's response and reaction to this breath. And then invite a natural breath, relaxing the arms. And notice the sensations through the whole front of your face. What's different? What's more alive and vibrant right now? How has our awareness and relationship to breath shifted because of that alternate nostril experience? And then I'll invite us to bring an intention or let an intention arrive to you here. Reflect on your own obstacles to practicing. Reflect on what your practice actually is. What are you connecting with? Why are you returning time and time again to your inner landscape? What are you learning about your inner landscape? How to navigate it? How cluttered it is? How neat, tidy, or serene it is? Reflect on how your relationship with your inner landscape affects your relationship with the outer world. What is the outer world? Is it just the things we see on a screen? Is the outer world our jobs and the titles this world gives us? Is the outer world our family and inner circle? Is the outer world everything outside of our skin? right now. Allow your intention to arrive for how you want to connect with yourself, what it is you are practicing today. Let it be simple. We're not trying to move mountains, just be present. And I'll invite us to come to our child's pose. So today our theme is going beyond basics. So moving beyond the fundamentals or beyond something we're comfortable with in our practice. All right. So I don't know where that's going to lead, but I'm going to hopefully guide us as we're in various postures for ways to say, if that's real comfy, cozy, are we ready to step into this? And that's for you to probe. Are you ready or are you not? Are you moving more hastily or are you telling yourself no before you've tried? And that's for you to be honest with yourself. It's not hashtag yoga challenge, all right? And that's a hard thing to navigate. That's for me very hard. I have a history of competitiveness athletically. And so navigating that and learning the boundaries of respect in that is something that I know it's going to be a lifetime journey for me. It's not a puzzle that I'm going to crack. And it's okay, because even the desire to crack it or hashtag win it, that's another part for me to overcome. I'm not winning anything. I'm just becoming more real and present with what is. That's all. If you want to call that winning and that's a language that you need, cool. Winning isn't a good language for me because it automatically puts me into, give me a trophy, right? Man, no yoga trophies. All right. So if you're joining, we'll come to our child's pose. So if you have knee issues, maybe put a blanket down underneath of your knees. I'm going to move my mat back here. My cats have been really enjoying my yoga space. So you could have some cushioning under your knees, your practice. Set up your space how you need. Get a blanket, have a block, have a strap nearby. And we'll ease our way into our child's pose, sinking the hips back. The time that you dedicate for your asana practice, that's for you to explore. Asana is yoga poses. It's only one branch out of a total of 8 in yoga. Asana unto itself is not all of yoga. It is not the yoga. It is a piece of the yoga. We did the pranayama, the breath practice. We did another piece. In some ways, how I characterized some of the elements of obstacles and giving us focal points is dharana, concentration or focus. Another limb. Feel our breath. Commit to being here now. Where is here physically for you? Let your senses bring you to that space. Onto your mat, into whatever room or space that you're in. Connect with all that you can about it. The sights, the smells, the sounds. Maybe allow your awareness to reside on what is outside and what is inside of you. Lengthen the arms out toward the front of the mat. How much ease can we explore here? Bring awareness into the palms. How much can you live in the surface of your palms? How much information can we ask the surface of those palms to deliver to us? And we'll gradually come up to hands and knees and just lay the belly down, feeling how we place the surface of the front of the body onto the earth. Breath in, lifting the chest gently, keeping the hips down. Exhale, lower it down. Just a really light cobra. Moderation, don't go for the max. Breath in, Just invite intentional movement, humble movement. Exhale, lower. And observe your back and your spinal column. Breath in. Breath out. Observe your shoulders. Is there strain there? Is there anything that you could do to offer ease? Breath in. Breath out. What is your spiritual expression in this movement? Breath in. What are the resistances in your mind and in your body to this movement? Find a flow. Stop and pause with honesty. Not defeat, with honesty, humbling. How much can the breath lead the way of the movement? Listen to the sound of the breath. BKS Iyengar was really fond of the sound of the breath. That beautiful sound of our exchange with atmosphere. And if you're still going, when you're ready, we'll come up to hands and knees. And I'll just shift back into child pose and shift forward. And see if we can just build continuity that's smooth, that's humble, back and forth. Noticing our physical existence, skin. You can choose a focal point. I want to just be present with all of my skin surface. Am I aware of the skin on the back of my neck right now? And how do I know it? Is it only because something is touching it? Because I have a necklace around my neck? Or is it the follicles of hair? Am I feeling the skin in my inner thighs? I am. I can feel a little shift temperature-wise, but otherwise the rest is what I'm feeling in my shorts. Skin on the front of my chest. I feel its proximity coming down to the mat as I come into child's pose and as I shift it forward, basically because of my chest and my breasts. And then child's pose, your knees could be wide or your knees could be apart. And if you like, you could flip your palms up. Notice how this makes you feel mentally, just by flipping the palm. A bit of reverence, a bit of surrender. How often do we invite that kind of connection in our day-to-day life? Pausing momentarily with humility and with respect for the fragility of life and the miracle of life and gratitude that we have it. I'll flip the palms, coming forward to hands and knees. And then we'll see about downward facing dog. So we'll tuck the toes. Now you don't have to do down dog. You could stay at your tabletop. If you're wanting to explore downward facing dog, we can lift the butt up, dropping the head down, fully extending the arms. Your knees could be soft. So you could have a soft give in those knees. You never have to straighten your legs completely. So let's start always in honoring meeting our bodies where they are. I'm going to bring my feet in a little closer. I've been really wide in my down dogs lately. So I'm going to spread my toes. So I've just changed a bit of my perspective, a bit of my comfort zone. And I'm spreading my toes, feeling out. Can I have independent movement of each toe? My left foot, all of those toes want to work together in concert. My right foot, the pinky and the big toe, kind of will do some independent stuff if I ask them to. The middle three, I don't know what they're doing. They think they're with me, but I'm looking at them. I'm like, why are they doing that? We'll press the heels back. Feel the backs of the legs. Maybe shaking your head yes or no. Press down through the index finger and thumb of your palms a little bit more and see what we notice. Could we soften our shoulders and see what we notice? I'm going to bring my left knee down, stepping the right foot up. Now, as I step this foot up, I want to pay attention to bringing the knee, the thigh to the belly, and intentionally placing the foot. See how much control that could be. And did I hold my breath? So I'm going to do that again. I brought the left knee down. Feel the engagement of belly muscles, thigh muscles to pull that knee up. And then feel the work of the core to step that foot up. And maybe it only came here. And maybe you go, okay. Can we do it without a manual assist? Okay. Lift. Okay. And explore, how do I move my body? Why have I not noticed this before? Maybe bring your hands inside of the inner thigh. You could have a block here. And I'll show it this way. And then tuck the back toes and straighten the back leg. Squeeze inner thighs. And let it go. Sink and sag into it. I'm going to turn sideways again. Squeeze inner thighs, straightening that back leg. And then let that go and sag it in. I'll bring that knee down. All right, now we're going to slow down. We're going to go in reverse now. And we're going to lift this foot straight up an inch. Maybe, okay? If you've been in the studio with me, you know what's coming. So just laugh out loud. Ready, set, lift the foot. Breath. Feel, think, laugh, and bring it back. You may have felt some muscles engaging along the side of the body, or maybe nothing moved at all and you were like, what the? All right, let's spread the fingers, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog, new edge, new learning, new connecting. It's really fun. It's really a wondrous experience because it's like we've lived in these bodies our entire lives, right? We haven't lived anywhere else, not to my knowledge, unless you've left your body. But, you know, we've lived in these bodies this whole time. What do we know about occupying them? Have we inhabited the whole house, right? So maybe that exercise right there was just like opening a drawer that you never even knew was there. We'll bring the right knee down and pay attention. Pull that knee up into the thigh. And then mindful, engage, deliberate, stepping that foot up. And you might notice some differences from side to side. I'm going to bring the hands inside of the inner thigh. And tuck the toes, straighten that leg. Now you could have gotten a block again if you needed. Ooh, squeeze inner thighs. Now, some of you, if you were here yesterday, you might be feeling some core muscles. Be kind. Remember, one of those first obstacles was illness or injury. And, you know, every time we do a stretch, we're doing micro tearing in our flesh. And so that's injury. Where's your breath? Sink and sag occasionally and engage occasionally. Live in this house. Explore a new room. All right, I'm going to bring my right knee down. I'm going to turn frontally here. Okay, here we go for this nice, wonderful lesson of engagement. Okay, we're just going to lift this foot straight up about an inch. Ready? And go. Breath. Breath. Laugh. Don't get mad. And bring that knee back. Nice. We'll root both palms down, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. So now I bring that up. How we bring the thigh to the belly to step up. How we lift our foot to step back. And let's see if we can keep that in our mind as we move today. And notice how it kind of transforms our experience if we can leave that as a focal point. As we breathe here, let's recall our intention. Recall the obstacles so that you're ready when you notice when you want to quit, when you're telling yourself that you want to stop practicing. Breath in, look forward, step your feet up. You can bring a knee down first or take a big long step. But remember, we're bringing that mindful awareness of how we move. Breath in, lifting the chest. Make sure the feet are even. They don't have to be together. Chest lifting, knees can be soft. Exhale, let the upper body go. Breathe in as we come all the way up, lengthening. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, lift it up for half flat. We'll bring the palms to the floor. Notice lifting. I didn't, so I'm stopping. I'm lifting the foot and then stepping it back. Bringing my knee down. Gotta lift this one and step it back. Find whatever plank is yours. And lower. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to step the left foot up. I'm going to spin the back foot flat. If I were to draw a line from the back of the left heel, would meet with the arch of the right foot to make a capital T. Bending the left knee, bringing ourselves up for warrior two. Press both feet down intentionally. And notice what you notice. Grow tall through the back of your neck. Notice what you notice. Hands back down to the floor. Spin onto the right toes. Ready? We're going to step the left foot back. How are you going to do that? You might need to bring the right knee down first. Or just lift the left foot. Less scraping. Step back to plank. Lower. Breath in. Lift the chest. Cobra. And downward facing dog. Try to recall that alternate nostril breath that we did. Let that cooling effect start to come into our mental space, our physical space. Now I'm going to step the right foot up. Remember, you can have your left knee down first. But if we're stepping it straight up from the down dog, you might need to shift to plank first. Try not to stomp the foot. We're placing deliberately in this house we live in, not crashing about in it. So we're going to lift and step. Laugh, smile at little pieces that are learning and connecting or in rebellion. That could be true. All right, I'm going to turn so that when I come to warrior two, I'm facing you all. We're going to spin the left foot flat. And then notice how we come up. Can we have some control, some intention? Right knee over heel. Feeling what we feel in the groin, torso, ease. Hear the sound of the breath. Push both feet down. Where are you? Where are you in this present moment of awareness? Are you in an emotion? Are you in a sensation? Are you in a memory? Are you in a wish or an aspiration? What is your yoga? We'll bring those hands down, coming onto the back toes. All right, so we got to lift this right foot to step it back. Maybe bringing that left knee down first. I'm going to see if I can lift and hover for a moment. Breath. And then step it back. Oh, I needed all of me there. Lowering down. I'm going to bring the hands behind my back, find an interlace. Cool off some of the heat that got generated there. Lifting my wrists, lifting my chest. Ease. And release, turning the head to one side. Nice deep breath. Sigh it out. We'll make our way to child's pose. And perhaps in your child's pose, you want to flip those palms. I'm doing it. It really feels good on my wrists. Also nice to feel a little lengthening in my upper chest in between the shoulder blades. And that's me. And we'll flip the palms. Come forward to hands and knees. Feel the shifting. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips downward, facing dog. Coming back for myself, noticing, oh yeah, I let the feet come out wide, so I wanted to come out of that comfort zone. Notice the areas of the muscles in the inner thighs and calves that are responding differently. Where's the breath? I'm going to step the left foot up. I'm going to bring that right hand down, maybe to the floor, maybe to a block, and twist. Now inviting awareness into the base, squeezing inner thighs. New edge. So if you're feeling like meh, a simple twist, I got this. If you want to explore, really need to feel out this base. Pressing, secure. This is the anchor, both this leg and this leg. And the right arm has now become a pseudo leg, right? And we're standing in it. Reach the right arm forward. Breath. Good. And we'll step that left leg back. So we got to lift it up with intention. Up. Breath. And back. Down dog. Let downward dog become a resting space. Become a space of restoration, of reminding of why we're on our mat, of living in this body house, exploring new rooms, new doors, new junky closets. All right, we're going to step the right foot up mindfully, bringing all of that intention, that deliberation, deliberateness. Left hand down, finding revolving. Feel out this side. Notice if you're in a haste, saying, okay, we're going to go to that arm thing. Oh, well, just be here. Reapplied myself just now in that left leg. And like, oh yeah, now that's a solid base. And then if you want to play and explore and learn, reach that left arm forward. It could be for a second. Whoa, be in the legs. Trust them, sink in them. Breath, shoulders still soft, heart is still open. Mind, where is it? And then we'll bring those hands down. Don't be in a hurry. We're still not in the haste. Hopefully. That's coming out of practicing. And I'm going to step the right foot back, but first I'm just going to lift it an inch. So let's see what happens. Trying to move my hands out of the way so people can see, but that's like almost impossible, huh? All right, here we go. Right foot up, breath, stepping it back, lowering it down. Go ahead and turn the head to one side. If you haven't checked out our newsfeed yet today, I posted an article. I think it was from The Guardian, not sure. But it was about how many molecules kind of get destroyed in our physical activity. Kind of the transformation and shedding that goes on. And so I was just thinking of that as I came out of that plank space, came out of lifting that leg with intention, and I could feel the heat of exertion. And I started thinking, oh, is that the moment that molecules are shedding inside of me? Everything is transformation. Everything is constantly becoming. And we can bring that mind space into it too, and we can be shedding and becoming in our minds. Propping ourselves up on our forearms. Inner thighs together. I'm going to bend my left knee and reach back and see if I can find that foot or ankle. I'm trying to keep these inner thighs together. You could get a strap here and loop it back behind. If you got long pants on, you could hold your pant leg fabric, or maybe you could find the foot or ankle. I'm going to try to keep the hips aiming downward. I'm using this right forearm up here as a nice little arm bar. And inviting the heel toward my butt. And breathing. Softening, permitting. Feeling really small spaces present some resistance. And I use that breath, the power of that breath, to keep me present in who I am in my inner landscape. Because depending on where you are in your practice, the physical body is a part of the outside world too. And our awareness is the inner landscape. What is that? What shape does it have? What kind of finite perimeter does it have? It doesn't. So then should any discomfort or dis-ease in our physical frame affect our consciousness, if it is truly outside and separate from our consciousness? And we'll release. If you're ready, take a rest if you need. I'm going to shake that out a little bit and then just get ready for the other side. Mindfully, right? I'm not trying to kick my butt to bring that heel up. Just feeling the leg bend. Noticing my brain sending a signal, just like I was saying about my toes and down dog. Live in this house. See about finding that foot. Offering the chest with the left forearm. So I let go of some mindfulness there, and I was really kind of forcing a space. So now I backed it up. Try to really find a way of being in my practice and reflecting back genuinely, like, oh yeah, I was in it, or oops, nope, I just totally went off down a rabbit's hole. And how we navigate distraction is still a part of practice. I have a good friend of mine who's always telling me, put the baseball bat down. Because I can really get mad at myself with that. Oh, I didn't do it right. But when we notice the slip, it's still an opportunity to practice our yoga. And the first yama is non-harming, non-violence, kind thought. Now I'm just going to rest. Now I'll invite us, depending on what's going on in your hips and your knees, all right? So this may not be a space for you. You could stay right here. But invite us to bend the left knee and take it out wide. I'm going to start to take the right knee out wide. And see about the feet coming together. The modification of our frog. You could always take more time and roll up some blankets underneath of those knees to give them a little added cushioning. And observe. I can feel most of the fight is actually in my back, more than in the groin. I'm not saying that I don't have tension in the groin. I do. It's not flush with the floor. Not that that's a goal, but I can feel it just kind of hovering an inch or so away. Now, once you've gotten to a space where you're breathing and you're almost like comfy cozy here, maybe see if you can move it out just a little bit wider. Woo! 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 Okay. Breath. Remembering my obstacles. Remembering that I'm practicing all 8 limbs of yoga. Being at ease and steadiness in the physical body house. In the breath house. With my senses. With my focus, with my meditation. You come out of this when your body says it is dangerous. Remember, illness and injury. We're here to find ease and steadiness, mutual respect, not ripping apart. Explore the nature of what is right here. Explore your breath in it and see if you can send the breath into the pelvic floor. And I'm going to straighten the legs. Woo! And bring them in together. Then gradually come on back to child's pose. Feeling that low back. Getting to come out of that in a more of a counter pose here. Now carrying the same mindful deliberateness that we did with how we lift our leg, how we place our leg down. I'll ask us to bring that same awareness into how we come to sitting on our butt. All right. So that we're not just kind of flopping ourselves along. Oh, I'm lifting that leg and bringing that there. I'm going to shift my weight back so that I can lift this leg and bring it here. I need to scooch further forward. So I've got to place my hands, feel some core, feel the arms, connect, aware. Now I'll invite us to find either a bolster or a pillow or a block, supported fish before we close. Even notice how you grabbed it, all right? So did you hear the suggestion and just kind of blah, 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 right? We'll get the block. I'm going to bring it up in between my shoulder blades toward my upper back, not my low or mid back, but I want my head to be clear of it. So I don't want it way up here, so I bump my head into it. I want my head to be clear of it. And then using that same mindful awareness, lowering ourselves down onto the block. Letting our head come to the floor. Now, if it doesn't touch the floor, feel free to grab a blanket or roll up a yoga mat or something as a cushion under your head. Provide support to your head. Shoulder blades at ease. Maybe allow the arms to fall open wide. Supported fish. Matsyasana. Salamba Matsyasana. Supported fish. And then notice this upper chest, the front of it, the back of it. What is going on? What is it permitting? What is it resisting? Neck and throat and shoulders. What has already changed in this pose? Now, if the neck is uncomfortable, feel free to come on out. Don't sit here and endure any strain. You could also bring your feet together, letting the knees come open, adding in your bound angle, Supta Baddha Konasana, with your fish. Bring your awareness to that breath again. How much of what side of nostril is dominant? How much of your breath is occupying the rooms of your body? Feel free to stay here for Shavasana or with that mindful intention. Move body parts so that you can adjust yourself to remove the block out of the way, to come to lying down on your back, placing yourself with deliberate, loving intention. Do any final movements that you need before you invite yourself for stillness. Maybe some loving, caressing touch. Thanking this house for carrying us. And then when we're done, we'll place the body in Shavasana, however you would like, our position of stillness. Okay, so it doesn't have to be laying on your back absolutely still, especially if that aggravates your back. You could swing legs up the wall, you could curl up into a fetal position. We just want to prepare the body to sit in ease, in stillness, non-reactive stillness. And invite the mind to join us for a time of stillness, non-reactive stillness. Sitting in a space of what is. Check the muscles of the face, your jaw, your throat, even your tongue. It's in your house. Neck and throat, arms, underarms, sides, hips, belly, follow the breath in and out. We'll invite simple movement, a deliberate reawakening. I always love this moment for a little self-caress, feeling this body house, checking in on how prepared it is to carry me out on my journey, my mission for today. And then bringing ourselves up with the same deliberate, mindful attention that we developed in our practice today. And we'll arrive upright for a seated space to close. So I really appreciate all of you who come and drop in on the live or hit it on replay for developing our home yoga practice, your personal connection to your yoking. We all do need a teacher, and having a teacher is a good thing. And having consistency with that, not teacher hopping. Sometimes all we're doing is seeking to hear what we want to hear, and we don't really absorb what we need to hear. But no matter what, even with a teacher, even without, even with books, even without, the work is in the doing. We have to do it. We can't think about the yoga. We can't talk to other people about the yoga. We can't share endless memes about the yoga. All of those inspirational quotes. How are we embodying in our actions, our words, and our intentions to live that connection with open-mindedness, forgiveness, and patience? The light and love in me honors and respects and is so grateful to be able to share the light and love within you. Namaste. Thank you all for joining. Have a wonderful day. And come on out. Spread the word. Thursday tonight, 7 o'clock, Turner Dodge House up in Lansing, in North Lansing. Check out more of our yoga videos on the playlists on Facebook or on YouTube. Go to our website, justbeyoga.com. And if it's in your heart or your pocket, feel free to give us a donation at paypal.me/justbeyoga. Namaste. Peace, everyone.